Hello, everyone. This is the Inner Voice Show, part of the Evolving Mind series in the Togetherness media. I'm Dr. Foojan Zeine. I'm a psychotherapist and the founder of the Awareness Integration Theory. This is a show about what matters most in our life, our minds, our thoughts, feelings, actions, relationships, and our fulfillment in this beautiful journey of life. In this show, I will share the tip of the week about how to handle procrastination, and then I will talk about how to let go of negativity all day in our mind in the Ask Me segment. Then I'm so excited to have Natasha Visser with me. She's an experienced counselor and a coach. She specializes in working with children, adolescents, and families. She's developed expertise in teen-parent conflict resolution, especially in the context of a healthy sexuality. I love to hear from you. Connect with me through my website, Foojan.com, and follow my social media and message me with your comments and topics of interest. But first, here is the tip of the week. Hi, this is Dr. Foojan, and this is the tip of the week. When there's a gap between intention and action, most people call it procrastination. I've been conversing with clients and colleagues about the cause, the process, and how to overcome procrastinating. I've noticed that no one talks about procrastinating for what they love to do and they're passionate about. Mostly you hear people procrastinate about tasks that they think they should be doing, should have been done for some future reward, not for the joy of the task itself. Some scientists state that it is a lack of self-regulation. Some suggest that it is the inability to manage time and emotion. Others say that it is when a person recognizes the future consequences of what they're doing, but they can't overcome the emotional urge toward a diversion. Another study showed that self-control only succumbs to temptation when present emotions can be improved as a result. Some psychologists believe that the process is caused by the inconsistency of the parenting style of teaching delayed gratification. Others might see the cause as the authoritarian style of parenting, which has produced an aversion for a person who might have seen their parents forcing them to do tasks versus listening to what they enjoy. The process usually appears as a nudge from a part of us that reminds us that we have to do a task, such as write a paper, pay a bill, wash the dishes, call a person, study, something that we don't like, but we've got to do. Another part ignores the reminder and diverts it to a task that is more enjoyable. Some debate in their mind about why they need to do another task first. They need to do another task that was first on the list before they will take the directives from this part that tells them what to do. Some outright rebel against the part of themselves as if the demand is coming from the authoritative parent. Almost all wait until the last second before the ultimate consequence shows up before rushing the task. They feel anxious, sad, angry, irritated, shameful, guilty, disgusted, hopeless, and powerless. Not good feelings. So no matter what the cause or the process, it is important for anyone to master the game of setting the intention, followed by an action in a timely manner to create a successful and fulfilled life. I suggest the following steps, 11 steps. All right, so listen up. 1, make your calendar your best friend. 2, share all that needs to be done with your best friend, the calendar. 3, fill up all of its time with actions that you do whether you think it is mundane or not. 4, fill in time for sleep, hygiene, work, school, socialization, hobby, tasks, everything that you do. Put it in. 5, observe your inner dialogue for the reason that we already talked about for postponing a task. 6, accept the part of you that is resisting. Don't fight it. Don't demean it. Don't put it down. Just accept it. That's a part of you. 7, find a reward system or action that would motivate you. 8, associate some reward while doing a task, such as eat your favorite snack while you're doing the task. 9, create task time with intermittent rewards in between, right? Such as do the work for 20 minutes, play a game for 10 minutes, or eat for 10 minutes, go back to the original task, and this way you'll just go back and forth and back and forth. 10, set up a price reward system at the end, such as promise yourself to get a massage, take a bath, go to dinner with a friend, something that it feels good to you. But you first got to do this before you do that, right? And 11, record the sense of accomplishment and positive feelings via journaling or sharing it verbally with a friend or a mate, and kind of like validate yourself for a job well done. Remember, the joy is in the confidence in the ability to learn and accomplish. And it's not just the result, although the result is important. Begin seeing any task as play, and you would be eager to jump into it. That is what children do. They look at everything as if it's play. So for more information on integrative skills, get my book, Life Reset, the Awareness Integration Path to create the life you want. Be right back. This is Dr. Foojan in the Ask Me segment. I have someone who has asked me, why is it that all day I'm thinking negatively? I keep fighting in my head with other people, even if they're not there. When I look at something, the first thing that shows up for me is negative. And I really spend all of my day either frustrated, feeling angry, sad, sometimes hopeless. And I'm done. I'm done with this way of feeling. So what do I do? That is an amazing question because I think a lot of people will go through that. First of all, you might want to talk to a therapist to look at whether you've had depression, or dysthymia, which is a low-grade depression, or even more major depression, like a clinical depression. If most of the day you are feeling negative, you're crying, you're always looking at things from a hopeless perspective, it might be that you are suffering from depression, whether that depression has been something that's been in your family of origin, or chemical shifts, or hereditary, or it's just been a way that you've been raised, or a habitual way of thinking and feeling that has been part of your surrounding and environment for a while. So you kind of like just picked it up. So what can we do to get out of it? First, I want to ask you to start journaling, because I want you to see and witness, and I'm proud of you for already looking and seeing that they're observing and seeing that you are looking at negativity. But if you can start journaling and every night write without censoring yourself, and then come back and look at how much of those are negative. And for each negative point that you put in, I want you to start looking at some positive aspect of that. What did you learn from it? The beauty that was in there. And start retraining your brain into seeing also the beauty and positivity. Even during the day, when you keep looking at things that are around you and automatically you go for fixing something, or, oh, look how bad that is, promise yourself, ask yourself to even force yourself to see maybe one or two positive things about that point. We're trying to retrain the habitual thought process and emotional process that you've created for yourself. Many people, they look at things and look at negativity in order to protect themselves, or they have seen the world from a negative place and generalized it, and therefore, again, in order to protect themselves, they only look at the negativity in order to fix it. But obviously, fixing it or coming up with solution could be a couple of seconds. We could go back and enjoy our time. So if you're not enjoying your time, maybe that just has become your default position, and you got to be able to gain control in the way that you're actually thinking. So how do we look at something in a positive way. If it's the past that you keep going to, maybe you could look at, what did I learn from that experience? How did it make me grow? How has it enhanced my life? How has it created more resiliency and power for me? So those are all the positivity that you could come up with the events of the past. If it's something that, as you're walking through the day, you see, right beside it, either find something positive about it or come back and look at something else that is positive beside it. So you either change the same thing to look at the positivity, or if you just can't come up with anything positive about that, then leave it aside and look at two other things that are positive. This way you could balance your day in training yourself to also look at things in a positive way. Promise yourself that you want to be happy. And from that promise, start looking at all the things that make you happy. Maybe some actions that are there, maybe being with friends, maybe holding a feeling of gratitude for things that are beautiful in your life. Maybe wake up in the morning and promise yourself to say 5 things that you already feel grateful. 1, waking up, you're alive. 2, you can breathe. Maybe you have hot water. Maybe you have a roof on your top of your head. Any of those, something very simple. And then maybe at night, you can promise yourself to journal and find something positive. Five things that are positive during the day. That whether you created it and gave it to the world as a gift, or that the world had created it and gave it to you as a gift. This way you'll begin shifting your way of being from a default position of negativity to a positivity. If the way that your belief system has put you in a space that is negative, then maybe you need to get some help so that someone out there, a therapist, could challenge some of the belief systems that you've created, like the formulas you've created. If there are traumas from the past that haven't been healed, then my suggestion is create some healing for it and go somewhere and get help. Go start reading the book. In my book, Life Reset, I go through phases, and the third phase is the awareness skills that you gain, and then the fourth phase is actually healing the past and the trauma. So then, if you complete your past, usually you'll come back into the present moment, and the past just doesn't keep coming up. If you're feeling powerless and hopeless, there might be times that you have been experiencing powerlessness in the past, and you've kind of generalized it. So maybe start looking every day, and again, journal it, of all the things that you are in power of, that you are in control of, and that you have created for yourself that have been amazing and beautiful. The last tip, I want you to go ask maybe 5 people in your life about what they think is great about you, and write them down and put it as somewhere that you can keep seeing and reminding yourself. You deserve to be positive and live happy.
Togetherness Media. Togethernessmedia.com.
Hello, I'm Dr. Foojan Zeine. Do you feel stuck at home? Do you feel stuck in your life? Well, don't you wish that you could just take your hand across the nightstand and hit the life reset button? Well, I've got news for you. Here it is, Life Reset, the awareness integration path to creating the life that you want, with the simple process of 12 questions and a process to go deep inside and look at where you are, creating an awareness of the present moment, healing the past, and envisioning a future, and giving you tools in how to take care of yourself and be a whole and complete person as you go into the future. Here it is. Go to Amazon.com or Foojan.com and get your copy now. This is the time you can actually take care of yourself. You deserve it.
Togetherness Media. Togethernessmedia.com.